Alright, quick rundown, no fluff. As of 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, today is September 29th, 2025. Here's what's happening. A wave of federal resignations on the shutdown clock, the Supreme Court letting Trump withhold $4 billion in foreign aid, fresh heat over how many federal personnel were present on January 6th, and a pop culture closer on David. As of now, the federal workforce is bracing for a wave of departures. Some outlets put it at more than 100,000 leaving under the deferred resignation program, landing right as funding is set to lapse. Here's the picture. Beyond the 2025 buyouts already in the pipeline, agencies have been told to prepare for reduction in force plans if Congress misses the deadline, raising the stakes beyond routine furloughs. Separate reporting notes somewhere around 154,000 employees accepted buyouts scheduled to drop off payroll around September 30th. But why does this matter? Even if leaders ink a late deal, capacity dips and backlogs will still hit services, loans, inspections, permits, while contractors take the first financial punch. For those who don't know, a shutdown happens when Congress doesn't pass funding and the president doesn't sign it before the deadline. By law, most agencies can't spend money. That's when the contingency plans kick in. Anything not about protecting life or property slows or stops completely, which means passports and visa delays, small business loans and many federal permits pause, national parks and museums close or cut services, routine FDA and USDA inspections scale back, and a lot of federal customer service goes to voicemail. Essentials operations do continue though. Flights still fly, TSA and air traffic control keep working, border protection, disaster response, and weather forecasts stay up, Social Security and Medicare payments continue, their mandatory spending, and the mail still runs, since USPS is separately funded. Here's the painful part. Accepted employees often work without pay until funding returns. Then they get back pay. Furloughed employees stay home and also get back pay when it's over. Contractors, however, usually don't. Missed income is often gone. The longer it lasts, the bigger the mess. Backlogs explode, passport, permits, benefits. Local economies near federal sites feel it as well. And if agencies delay economic data releases, planning gets harder for everyone. Bottom line, shutdowns don't fix much. They delay, they waste, and people pay in time and paychecks. The Supreme Court greenlit a freeze on roughly $4 billion in foreign aid funds, money Congress had already approved. But what's in it? This tranche included overseas development assistance, UN peacekeeping, and democracy promotion programs, the kind of multilateral and NGO-driven work that runs on annual appropriations. So it's changed. The administration is using a rarely used move called a pocket rescission to let appropriated dollars expire at year end. The court's order allows that to proceed for now. Claims about 200 plus federal agents and January 6 crowd are back in headlines. Here's what I've seen. Fact checkers point to official findings, 26 confidential human sources tied to January 6, some entered restricted areas, but no directive to instigate the riot. That's the public record. Meanwhile, a senior FBI official says hundreds of agents were deployed for crowd control response once it was declared a riot. But why does this even matter? If it's dozens, that signals a targeted intel posture. If it's hundreds, that's a much wider footprint, which raises transparency questions about logs, tasking, and oversight. Either way, the scale shapes public trust. I'm sure you've also seen some videos going around of people who have been caught trying to break windows, and once they find out that they're recorded, they try to act like they were doing something else. There are people online who are speculating that these are also some of the agents, as well as people accusing the officials of using language to try to obfuscate what an agent means, what an plainclothes agent means. And as for David's David, real named David Anthony Burke, is a 20-year-old singer behind viral tracks like Romantic Homicide and Here With Me. He canceled shows after the body of a 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found September 8th in a Tesla registered to him. Here's what's been confirmed. Police say the remains had likely been there for weeks. The car was marked August 27th and ticketed September 3rd of this year, and towed days before the discovery at a lot where staff reported a strong odor. Investigators searched a residence and seized electronics belonging to David. No public charges as of this taping. Some people have been speculating a lot since nothing official has come out. Some people have been saying that she was pregnant. However, the local reporting today, citing the death certificate, says Celeste was not pregnant at the time. The cause and manner of death remain pending with the medical examiner. Expect toxicology and forensics to drive the next update.